Hey everybody, and today, hopefully you guys have a great weekend, by the way. I just want to tell you, we're doing a whole good grocery segment today. We were going to do one yesterday, okay? But here's what happened. So we went to Gladewater, okay? Gladewater, Texas, antique capital of Texas, right? Beautiful situation where we were at. The antique store is wonderful, right? The area, beautiful. So we go to this place, it's the brick and, you know what? I was so angry, I don't even remember. It was the Central Brick and Pizza Fire, I don't know. But anyway, it was in Gladewater, right? So we go in and we sit down. First of all, we had to wait forever to get seated, right? We walk in, we're standing there looking at each other like, what's going on? So I look over at the guy behind the register. He yells across the way, "Hey, Josh!" to the guy way on the other side, okay, who comes running over only to see us at the bar. So, first of all, terrible customer service experience from the get-go. So then, we get to the bar, right? So we order a flight of beers. You know why? Well, because we drink beer. That's what we do. We drink beer and we know things. So we sit down. So we get a flight, right? So I let my beautiful other half pick out this flight for me, right? As I'm going through the dinner menu, trying to figure out what the signature dishes are, trying to figure out what we're actually going to eat. So I go through and I find the signature dish called the whole hog pizza. It's supposed to come with, with the pulled pork on top, with the sauce, with the cheese, and then it's supposed to have coleslaw on top of it. So we ordered that, right? So I get to back to the beer business. I take the drink of the first beer out of the flight, right? It's flat, completely flat. No carbonation in this beer whatsoever. So I'm like, okay, well, maybe somebody screwed up somewhere and forgot to change the CO2 tank. Who knows what happened? Somebody had a little too much beer, maybe, perhaps, and forgot to change it. I can forgive you. So then we get to the second beer, and they broke the cardinal rule, folks. They gave me something, told me it was something else, and it tasted like something completely different. I'm talking to the point of where I wanted to go Ramsay, you know what I mean? It was about time to just throw it across the room, pull everybody in the back, and figure out what the hell was going on. Because we had absolutely, from the very beginning, terrible customer service. The bartender, nowhere to be found. I don't know if she was walking her dog, taking her grandma to the grocery store, picking out a Hallmark card. I can tell you one thing, she wasn't behind the bar, and she wasn't very helpful. So finally, after all of this goes on, after we get the beer, I got the first beer is flat. The second beer I run into is a stout when I asked for an IPA. Clearly different. I mean, so much different as we're talking night and day, apples and oranges, just completely, astronomically different, okay? So if you know anything, right, IPAs, folks, they're cloudy, okay? This particular beer was dark, A, and B, it was clear, okay? So now we've gone to this situation is just progressively getting worse. So then the food comes on. I'm like, oh, so thank God we're going to get the food. It's going to be right? I don't have to go on a big rant about this terrible customer service and a horrible bartender who, A, didn't know her beers, B, gives us something that doesn't match what is on the menu, and then here comes the food. And you ready? Do you think everything went well? Absolutely not, folks. Right here is where the fumble happens. Okay, not to mention they done threw 2 interceptions earlier, and here comes the fumble. Okay, so we're in a horrible situation. So here comes the pizza. There's no coleslaw on the pizza. The pizza, the description says pizza, sauce, pork, and coleslaw on top. Guess where the coleslaw was? In a cup on the side. Guess where we got the coleslaw? After they brought the pizza, set it down, and realized that there was no coleslaw. So I don't know where this miscommunication went wrong, ladies and gentlemen. But let me tell you something. At this point, I was ready to take the pizza, turn it upside down, and walk out of the place. That's how angry I was. Because we've gone through all of this. There's no managers to be found, right? So then I asked to speak to a manager. So the assistant manager says, the manager is the girl who's standing behind me, and I don't know whether it was too much blonde hair dye that went to her brains, the spray tan started sinking in, folks. I don't know what happened. But this is the general manager who's standing back there as I'm having a conversation with the bartender, at this point, who starts to argue with me, raising her voice over what's going on, right? Wonderful customer service. Listen, folks, I'm telling you, I've received better customer service, at a zoo than I have here. I mean, that's how bad this was, okay? So finally, at this point, she says, I'm the assistant. This is the manager. So I ask about the beer. Why are you giving me a beer that's on the menu is one thing and coming out of the tap is something different? Her answer, folks, here was, we don't have the username and password, so we can't change the menu. So you're serving all your customers the wrong beer that's coming out of the tap one way, says something completely different. Your bartender's nowhere to be found. Nobody was there. So, folks, it was a terrible, terrible, terrible experience. So here's what I'm here to tell you today, okay? After that, first of all, I wouldn't go there. As a matter of fact, I wouldn't bring my dog there, okay? Neither one of them would go there, okay? Because I'm telling you right now, Rufus would bite somebody's ankles. It was that bad, guys. It was terrible, okay? Absolutely horrible. So, the only thing I can tell you is Brick and Pizza, Brick and Brew, Central Place in Gladewater, Texas. They're open 3 days a week, not for long. They're absolutely horrible. Worst experience I've had. Now, I'm going to end on a good note for you today, folks. So here we are, right? Red Robin, okay, chain restaurant. I got to tell you, great customer service. Our server is awesome. They bring you fries continuously. They cut your hamburger in half. Fantastic place. Much, much better. It was so nice that I even pulled the bartender aside and our server and told her how good of a job she was doing as she was training, because she did amazing. Amazing. It's just a customer service, folks. It's the little things. Keeping your fries full, cutting a burger in half, serving it on 2 separate plates, getting the right beer to the right person and what they ordered, and making sure you know your menu. So that's what I'm going to end on today. Happy Sunday, everybody. But I do want to tell you, stick around, guys, because this week, we're going to Hot Springs, Arkansas. And when we get there, we're going to take you to the Superior Bathhouse Brewery. Ladies and gentlemen, they could not have picked a better name for this place. Superior does not say enough about it. It's the world's healthiest beer. Comes out of the taps, right out of the earth. We're going to tell you all about it when we get there. We're leaving Thursday morning, so we'll be posting about that in the blog on that. In the meantime, Chop House Burger, guys. I want you to take a look at this thing here. Look at this. It's a beautiful meat. You see the sauce on top. You see the mushrooms. It's even got the onion ring on top of it. Look at that, on a beautiful bun. And I mean, the onion ring, when I tell you it's on top, look at that. It's on top of the burger, on top of a beautiful bun. This thing is gorgeous. Look at this. Look at this, man. It's just beautiful. With their own sauce on top, and you got all the goodness in there.
Alright, guys. Y'all need anything? Hey, give us a shout out.
There's Amanda. That's what I was telling you about. Our great server. I gotta tell you guys, burger's amazing. The beer is ice cold. And on that note, I gotta tell you, them's good groceries. We'll see you in Arkansas.